Hello, this is me, Derek93, and this is going to be a Pretty Little Rainbow Live episode 30 review. Now, basically, this episode was, well, in my opinion, actually not my opinion, but actually, very joyfully, a Ito episode. Now, of course, there was a theme on Halloween that really didn't play in for some reason. I don't think they really did it in Dear My Future. In Aurora Dream, it was a whole episode based around it. But in this episode, it was sort of just a side little portion to the episode. More often than not, it was insignificant at best because there was some story in this episode that really threw it off. But for the beginning of the episode, it was on Ito, Rina, I, and Ito. And basically, they were all sitting in the room. An and Naru and Rina were sort of thinking what they were going to do. And they asked Ito, "Are you going?" And Ito's like, "No, I have to go somewhere." Naru asks, "What is it?" Ito ignores her a little bit. Then asks, "So yeah, nothing suspicious, is it?" And she's like, "I'm going to, I think it's Edai? This is the town's name." And basically Naru explains that Ito's mother is there, and the change of plan is that they're going to go there to go visit. And that she asked Ku on the phone to send a video. He's like, "Why?" And she's like, I thought instead of, since we can't actually show her an actual show, we're going to show her a video of it at least. And he's like, "All right, I'll get on it." Momo then grabs the phone, asks for souvenirs of sweets, but Naru hangs up before she can finish her sentence. Now what happens is they go to Hokkaido. They're all happy and basically on meeting Ito's mother and you, which again, I thought, at first, I thought it was Koji who was you, but for some reason sort of escaped my mind that you is actually the son of Ito's mother, and basically her brother. So, also a little tidbit, it is Yonghwa's voice, so they are reusing a lot of voices, which I do find not weird, but it's a bit interesting. Rine was reused. She was, I believe, Kaname, I think, and also what is it? Aki Megane. There we go. And then Yu was Yonghwa, and then Ito's mother sounds eerily familiar, which everyone says eerily familiar to Aira. So that's a bit of, I guess, fun fact for that. So, continuing on, we then see Ito trying to say hey to you, but sort of Yu's a bit distant. And then they move. Then they move on to the house. Basically, it's like a farm, and Ito's mother sort of explains that she is a She makes cloths, and she sheds all the sheep for during the spring to use for her cloth designs, and basically she uses the cloth designs, sells them, gets money, the usual run of things. But during that, it's sort of a fun time they have with petting the sheep and eating, Rine's favorite meal, Genghis Khan. And then we get to a moment where everyone's separated and it's just Ito and, her mother. Now what happens is Ito's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna, you remember the guitar that Dad had?" And basically that she's going to pay for it, she's going to get it, and everyone's going to come back together. And then her mother looks down and Ito's like, don't want to? And Ito's mother says, "Well, here's the deal. You remember that accident Dad had? Well, I didn't tell you exactly everything about it." Now, of course, they did get into an accident, which I didn't know why Gen got his hand hurt. No one really did. So basically, it's revealed that it was in a car accident. There was a car accident before in another series, which was Dear My Future, but for disregarding that, there was a car accident. Now, Gen hurt his hand, and I don't believe anyone else was hurt as before, but then Ito's mother then explains, well, someone was killed in the accident. I guess Gen unfortunately killed someone in the car accident. So then she says, to sort of atone from that, her and Gen separated and basically split the family apart. Now, of course, this was a shocker to her and very much shocking to me as I saw the subs maybe like not even a few minutes ago. And wow, really? Someone died in the accident. That's a bit deep for Pretty Rhythm, but to be honest, they've had other things that have shocked me a bit more, that have shocked me to this point. But, jeez, car accident. But, someone dying. But, again, Ito then runs away, sits under a tree, calls Koji. What is it? Koji gives her advice. Then we see Yu come up to her and says that, what is it? You don't understand anything, that Mom still listens to Dad's CDs, plays his songs on the piano, and basically cries when she watches his DVDs, and I just cries to him. And basically that she's hurting too, and that she shouldn't try to butt in. But then Rina comes up, says stone and cloth. They look at the stone and the cloth. Ito pulls out her I guess precious stone and says that their hearts are still tied together. Ito and Yu surprisingly get all cheerful after that, and Ito says, "Oh yeah, let's go show the Prism show to Mom." And before that, I forgot to mention that Ku, instead of bringing a video, he actually brought the Prism trailer, and that said that they were going to perform Prism show, right? And that's what happens. They get in the Halloween themed uniforms and dance. Now the dance is the same as usual. They do. They don't do any jumps, I believe, besides Ito performing the red tie of Summertime Love, and then they perform Happy Rain. And that's basically the dance. It was Halloween themed, but they didn't really push the Halloween theme more often than not, the Ito story. But after that, Ito then tells Yu to protect Mom, because she's gonna, of course, she has to go back to Tokyo. But again, for you to be strong and protect her mother, or their mother. And basically that's the end of the episode, because after that Naru says, "Oh yeah, I believe that everything's gonna be all right with Ito and her mother and Yu and Gen." So this episode was very good. I liked the story aspect of it. The Halloween touch sort of added to the amazing effect that the show had, and this episode had, and well, I'm very happy about it. I did upload my preview before this, so for the next episode, so if you want to go check that out, you can. But besides that, this has been an episode review. Leave your thoughts down below on how you thought this episode was, and how shocking it was to you to hear about that incident, finally. But again, this has been an episode review. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys later.